Debbie Hoog.
My name is Taylor Loveless. My name is Reese Hoog.
And these are my granddaughters. And I was saved when I was not much older than they are right now. And at the time that I was saved, nobody in my family knew what being saved meant. And nobody that I was around knew what it meant. I went to church with a friend, and it happened while I was there. It was a very profound experience, something I'll never forget. And ever since then, I have felt very blessed. I've always had a very close relationship with God, even though I did not go to church most of that time. My parents got saved when I was probably in my 20s, and at the time that they got saved and wanted to then tell me about it, I was pretty uninterested at that point in my life. But I always knew that God was there for me, and I always prayed, and I knew that He was always my friend. Throughout my life, I've had many experiences where I have felt the presence of the Lord in my life and His help. And as I got older, I started going back and wanting to be involved with church. And I could never find a church that I really felt like a fit with until I found the Cross Church. And when the girls decided to go to church with me, and they said that they wanted to be saved, I thought it was the perfect time for me to also be baptized with them, as I've never been baptized.
My friends Isabel and Faith were asking me, do you want to go to church? And I said yeah, because I always wanted to go to church. And then my mom said yes, and she took me to church, and then I liked it, so I went back the next year when church was here, and then I was happy to be here again, and everybody's talking about Jesus, and I got into it. And then I wanted to be baptized, so I asked Debbie, could me and Taylor get baptized? And so we're going to get baptized Sunday. I want to tell them about how to get saved, and if they want to get saved, tell them about it, how to do it. Like if they believe God sent His Son Jesus to come save us and die on the cross for us. The day that Reese asked me she said that at school she could invite someone, so she invited me, and when I came to church, I was like, wow. And I couldn't believe my eyes. And I was like, I can't believe how awesome this church is. When I figured out, I learned something I could never experience.
I think it made a really big impact on them also. They stay with me on occasion, and they ask a lot of questions, and I told them several different things that happened throughout my life where it was very evident that God had interfered and made it turn out much better than it would have without Him. And I think that was a really big turning point for them too.
I would want to be baptized with my grandma because I've never been baptized, and also I would like to be baptized with part of my family. Me too.
Everyone should be encouraged to be saved because your life is just so different and so much happier, and you always have a friend in Jesus.